So we are now here in downtown Budapest, and there's this huge demonstration that almost has been going on for, I'm not gonna say a week, but at least a few days. It's about education and how the government is trying to pass some new laws that the people are not okay with. But as you can hear, I'm not sure I fully understand the issue here. So I will try to drown myself into this place and see what the issue really is, what the people think, what do they protest against, and hopefully I can get to the bottom of it and try to better understand the situation. Media is already here. Already thousands upon thousands of people gathered here, and the demonstration hasn't started yet. We're in front of the university. So you're vetoing, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Is it the first time you demonstrate, or you also came here the days before?
For years.
For years?
We've been demonstrating for many causes, but our government doesn't give a shit.
You fell in love in demonstrations? No.
Not really, man.
No, we are colleagues.
Oh, okay, okay. On this university topic, so if I understood correctly, this topic is that they want to ban universities that have been financed by outsiders.
Yeah.
Not universities, the CEU. Only the
Just the CEU.
Yeah.
But isn't the CEU the only university that actually financed from abroad?
There are 17 universities who are involved in this new law, but there are several restrictions which are only valid for the CEU. So this is an open war against CEU, which you can't have in a democracy. So you can't make laws against one institution.
This does look like a pretty big deal. If
Nothing about us without us, he says. This is a famous phrase from the 2012 educational protests,
right?
Where the students chanted this, that there is no decisions without us on our life. But the government didn't give a shit.
And as you give a shit, to use your terms, if there's one thing that you have in mind that you could actually do and implement, either on your country or on this university situation, what would you do?
Revolution. In a democratic frame,
Right.
you can't undo what they have done.
But there are still people voting for these guys.
Yeah.
So
About
what's the issue behind that?
just pure belief, like religion.
And don't you think politics in general are just beliefs?
No.
No?
I believe that politics should be based on rational logic.
When you can aspire to a certain level of power, do you really think that you can do what you want, what you would like to do? For example, if you could run for presidential, do you think that by the time you reach to such a level, you can actually do what you want and not just say yes to people who are giving you orders?
Those people, just like our prime minister, they shouldn't be into politics.
Well, don't you think the problem is that the people who can really get the power at some point are doing it for the power, and that the people like you who would like to do it for the country will never be able to reach that level because they will, at some point they will say no. But if you want to get higher and higher, you always have to say yes to the people who actually run your decisions.
But here it doesn't make any sense.
Right. Why are you here?
You know, in the last few years, a lot of shitty things happened in this country, and it reached some extent when I had to say it's enough.
It's perfect. It's already good, but just they're very loud, so I want to be sure we can hear you.
So I don't really want this government to sabotage our future or my child's future. So this is why I felt I have to be here today.
How would you react if I tell you that probably all the people who are our age in all the countries are going to say the exact same thing, that the politicians are stealing everything and they're ruining not only our futures but also our kids' future?
It's really sad. I think it's kind of part of the profession, so it's like almost the same everywhere, but the extent is different.
Do you think in your heart of hearts that politicians can actually do one day provide for a better future for a country?
Well, I'm an optimistic person, so I really hope so, but probably it's a bit naive thing to say, but I really hope.
Az egyetem épülete felől kezdődjön. Köszönjük szépen!
Did you study here at the CEU?
No, I studied at the Corvinus University.
Okay. Do you think your education reached a certain level that gave you the proper tools to work and, you know, to be who you are today? Mm-hmm. Or do you think you just might as well gone somewhere else because it was a better university?
You know, my education gave me a pretty good foundation, but you know, the problem in general with university education, it doesn't give you practical things, practical tools to use.
And do they get those practical tools at the CEU?
I don't know that, but I do know that this university has pretty good relationships with other universities outside Europe and within Europe. The teachers are pretty amazing here, and I have some friends who studied here, and they work pretty cool companies. So it seems that this university provides pretty good skills to market-ready skills.
Do you think you lack something, or do you think it's just a matter of self-restriction, that actually the world is your oyster and you can get on anything with anything you want?
On what base do you think that we would like to apply for those?
I don't know. I'm asking because he said that the CEU, the people who are coming out of CEU can apply for better companies. So that's why I'm asking, what do you think people from Corvinus lack?
That's only one point.
Okay.
On the other hand, this university gives you a knowledge,
right,
which can be, well, used in business and everyday life, contrary to all the other economical universities here in Hungary.
And if I told you that in France I did for 3 years quite high business school, and after now how many years, almost 8 years on the job market, even though it's ranked quite high and everything, when people ask me what I learned at school, I always say nothing. And everything I know, everything I grew into, everything I'm capable of doing right now, I learned it from life and from my previous job experience, and nothing that I know what to do today, none of that I learned at school.
What I've learned, what I have is knowledge. I've learned it from life, from work experience, from my profession. That's true. Well, I guess I could be better if I'd have a chance to study here.
And you think they will go back on the law, or they will...
It's already been passed.
Okay. So what's the point of the demonstration then? Because I thought the demonstration was because people want this law to be reversed, or I don't know what's the term.
There is
Yeah.
no example in this country in the past 7 years that any of these laws that they have created in such a short notice, because I'm not sure whether you are aware of this, but a week ago there was nothing about on this law.
Yeah, it's only been a couple of days.
Yeah. So imagine that in a democracy, such a complex decision and such a complex law could be passed in a couple of days without any negotiations, without any talks. Come on, this is not democracy.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you
you,
very much
man.
for
Thank
your answers. Very candid answers.
You live here or you just...
Well, you're gonna laugh because I lived here for 4 years, then I moved back to France for a year, and then I came back a week ago because I missed it too much.
I understand it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I missed Budapest too much.